Our next story comes from Malaysia. The Southeast Asian nation has sworn in a new monarch, Sultan Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar. He is the new king, but only for 5 years, because Malaysia has a unique system, a rotating monarchy, the only one in the world. They keep changing kings because they have 9 royal families. So everyone should get a chance. And while the king largely remains a ceremonial figure, this new one, Sultan Iskandar, wants to do things differently. He's been outspoken about politics. Malaysia has witnessed political instability in recent years. The new Sultan says he is on the side of the people, not politicians. A bit rich coming from a royal who also happens to be worth over $5 billion. He owns companies that deal in palm oil and real estate. He loves his luxury cars and super bikes. So will the people of Malaysia be able to connect with their new king? Here's our report.
The Southeast Asian nation of Malaysia has a new king. Sultan Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar. The 64-year-old king hails from the southern state called Johor. He will be Malaysia's king for the next 5 years. Now, this might sound strange to many, a king ruling for a fixed term just like elected politicians around the world. But Malaysia has a unique system, that of a rotating monarchy, the only one in the world. The idea was conceptualized by the 9 royal families of Malaysia after the country gained independence from colonial rule. So, every 5 years, heads of these royal families take turns in assuming the throne. And a new king is sworn in for a fixed period, just like Sultan Iskandar.
Therefore, with this oath, we truthfully and honestly swear that we will abide by executing the governing of Malaysia in fairness, by following the laws and governance that has been legitimized and publicized from this moment on. We also swear truthfully and honestly that we will always keep the religion of Islam above the governance that is fair and safe within this nation.
Monarchy in Malaysia is largely ceremonial. The royal families hold a secret vote to select the next king. But once elected, the king becomes the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. The king also appoints the prime minister after the national elections. But this power hasn't been utilized in recent years. That's because Malaysia's political landscape has been in turmoil. The country has seen 4 different prime ministers since 2020 as the governments keep losing majority. Now the new king wants to do things differently. Sultan Iskandar says that he's on the side of the people and not the politicians. He says he will call out the government if they don't perform their duties. Sultan Iskandar also has a larger-than-life personality. The question is, will the people be able to connect with him? Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar belongs to one of the wealthiest families in Malaysia. The new king is worth over $5 billion. He owns multiple companies that do business in palm oil, real estate and mining. He also has stakes in many firms in China and Singapore. His family even has its own private army, not to mention a fleet of private jets. But the king is most famous for his automobile collection. He has 300 luxury cars and loves to ride his superbikes. The Sultan has repeatedly defended his lavish lifestyle as well as his businesses. He says that he has to earn a living just like ordinary Malaysians. But it's not all glitz and glamour. Interestingly, Sultan Iskandar has also written several books for children. So, as he gets ready to take charge of Malaysia, the new king has his task cut out: to win the people over, but also ensure the future of the monarchy.